Hello, Sarvana. So nice to be in touch with you after a long time and getting to know like a career which you have chosen. So the main focus is like, are there any career options besides engineering and medical? So that is, I'm trying to uh, create a platform for students who are actually looking for something else probably besides doing that normal JE engineering and all that stuff. Okay, so I thought that you would be one of them to inspire, because you have not taken that JE exam. You have taken that JE exam, but you have followed a route, an alternative route, and very nice pathway. And you have done a lot of research. You have passed out also, and you can be one of the good guides, for saying whatever you have done. So yes, please go ahead and tell us.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for having me. I hope I can add some value to this. So firstly, I was actually, more towards the environment, interested towards the environment during the school days only. But during after my 12th, I have taken up a dual degree at NMIMS University, during which I did a online course, which is a NPTEL Swayam course on plastic waste management. Actually, I was searching for some course. My When I was in my second year, my professor suggested to do some online course, and I was doing searching some chemical, which is my stream. I did dual degree 5 years course, which is B.Tech in chemical engineering and MBA in operations and supply chain. So I was during my second year, I was looking at some chemical engineering, but the courses somehow did not, spark something in me. I've Then I went on to other fields. So I started looking at mechanical courses. Then started looking at civil courses. So in the civil only, I saw a course on plastic waste management, which is taught by Brijesh Dubey sir. He's a IIT Kharagpur professor, and I saw this introduction video, and it really sparked something in me. Okay, this is something really interesting, and I should learn about it. I should do this course. So that's how it started. And yeah, now currently working, and I wish to do something in environment, climate change, sustainability, and circular economy aspects.
Wonderful, wonderful. So this dual degree will, both the degrees that you have taken will come into use. The what will it call it? What should we call your degree? I mean,
So it's called MBA Tech. It's a 5 years course, B.Tech plus MBA. So
oh,
it's called MBA Tech.
okay, nice, nice, nice. And you have done it from which?
NMIMS University.
Okay, okay,
It's
Narsimunji,
Mumbai,
Narsimunji. Yeah,
Narasimhanji.
yes,
Yes.
yes, yes. So, like, let me ask you this question. I knew maybe from your from you knew, let me put it this way, that you knew that you had to do something that you loved or you wished to do, something for yourself, exclusively something for yourself. So are you happy after you have passed out with whatever you did?
Yes, I feel that I'm happy because chemical engineering is I wanted to take on my own willingness only, because of your inspiration and mother also being masters in chemistry. Also, my school teacher. These all inspired to take me chemical engineering. So that was with my willingness only. And the path that I have taken now of climate change, organic waste management, and plastic waste management, these all treatment, like building plants, commercial plants, and all these all require chemical engineering knowledge and MBA big operations, because it is a kind of a reverse logistics, which is called, where we collect the waste from them and we bring it to our place. So it's not where we get a ready-made raw material delivered to our place. We need to find the source. We need to, have an appropriate quantity of raw material. So normally, while we do the reactions and all, we do it in the backward phase. Like if we want this much amount of product, we back engineer it, and we tell that, okay, for like example, if you want to produce 1,000 kgs of ethanol in per day, then for that we back engineer and we see that this much amount of raw material would be required to start with. So that's how. But for utilizing the waste, it's forward engineering, which we call, because based on the quantity of waste, we need to alter our process. The quantity will not be same every day. It may rise during some period. It may fall during some period. We have to mix and match every time. So
Wow.
yeah, the degrees would be handy for me for
Wow.
this.
Wow. It sounds so interesting and really, really, and you're so involved in it. It sounds very interesting, and you're also very involved in it. So you tell me, your that means whatever it is chemistry you've learned in your 12th and 11th is definitely coming into use in some way or the other.
Right.
Yes, and like if I go ahead with the discussion, like what advice will you give to the 11th and 12th standard students, who do not want to do engineering but career something different, like follow your dreams, or how do you go about like planning it out, doing research? How is it?
So, firstly, we need to, of course, do the 11th and 12th properly. That's the first phase. Obviously, we need to clear it. We during the phase, we normally discover our passion somehow. Even so, for that matter, I had also taken engineering, but during my second year, I somehow came across this thing, and that something sparked me, and I thought to change my path and try this for some time. I did some college projects. So how do you make sure that you are more willing to be a part of it? You take some small projects, like in my 12th also, with your advice, I had done analysis of spinach, which gave me a good understanding about how the raw material, the different composition all happens and all. Then during my college days, I did so, since I was more towards the environment, I did some projects based on that. I approached the professors that with my interest and all the competitions and all that take place. In that, I try to put the environment aspect. So I did a project on you know lighting a bulb using the electricity from the roots of the tree, so while without disturbing the plant, of course. So there are lots of roadside trees, the dividers and all have. So because of the movement of the electrons, there is always a electricity that is generated. So that we try to utilize to store that power if it can be stored. Then I also, during my next semester, I did a project on using LED lights as a solar panel. So LED lights were becoming a lot of in fashion, but during day time, it actually acts as a solar panel where we can keep a number of LED lights, and when the sunlight falls on it, it generates electricity which can be stored, and then at the night that electricity can be reversed and given to the same LEDs to light the street. So these all are the small things that I tried. I also did a project on biodegradable fishing nets. I saw that fishing nets is a lot of issue where like fishermen and all, if the fishing nets got teared due to some problem, then they throw it in the ocean or sea like that only. It harms the marine life. It doesn't degrade. It's also a plastic. So I tried to, if some biodegradable nets can be made out of. So yeah, these are some things where you try out, you get practical, so that okay, by doing things, you realize that do you have the real interest in that or not? Because by just thinking or just reading things, always you are not able to figure things out. By doing things, because after that college days, whichever career we take, after that, if we go to work, then we need to work passionately for that, so that we continue for rest of our lives, for whatever we do, be it a business or be it if we work for some company, we need to be like interested towards that. So yeah, being practical, doing things.
Wow, you are children. A few years back, you all were children and you all look, I mean, you all speak like adults, and that too, environment friendly adults trying to make the earth a happy place. And wow, so nice, so nice. It was so nice. So, like, but let me come to my point. What advice do you have for, say, the 11th standard students, the 12th standard students who are still lost? Like, what should I do? What will I be doing? What advice would you like to give?
I feel that being lost is not an issue. We will be able to figure things out, but at 11th, what is more necessary is just being able to concentrate on that particular portion, be the best, whatever study, and that would be, my advice. Don't take things very lightly. So I did that mistake during 11th, which I realized during end of 11th, and then I tried to cope up in 11th end and 12th. So never, so even while I give some interviews and all today, I see that board mass rule is also asked in the interviews. So that fourth and fifth class rules and regulations also come up when you are adults, and when you are go to companies for interview, they ask for such basic things also. So you should not always ignore things. Whatever you do, concentrate on that. Just give your best. It's okay to be lost. Ask for advice. I would tell that ask your parents, ask your teachers. There would be some seniors and all whom you can approach, some sisters, brothers, or friends, sisters, brothers. Always you can create a community where you can engage with such people, ask for advice. So that would be the best thing I saw. That while giving the 11th and 12th, and for that matter even 10th exams, firstly always be cool. So that's the first step. Never panic. Whatever comes in paper, you will know that. So be confident about that. Secondly, if it is a 3 hours paper, always think that it's a 2.5 hours paper. So always keep a 30 minutes buffer. And in that, I'll tell you what to do. But before that, while writing answers in that 2.5 hours of time, while you're writing answers, always like physics, chemistry, and all, try writing pointers if that is allowed. Then Because I always followed that, I examiner, when they correct your paper, they have, it's not only your paper, they have n number of papers to correct. So if it's a 3 mark question, and if they see 3 pointers, they are sure that okay, at least the answer is there. So that's one thing that always I followed. So try writing in pointers, and in the last 30 minutes, you just revise the whole paper and underline the key points with pencil, or a different color. Like if you're using blue pen, then try underlining with black pen. That's one thing that I followed, because when they see that pointers, the main points at least of the answers, then they understand that okay, the answer is there. They don't have to read the whole answer, the whole pointer once again. So that's one thing. And yeah, always keep a 30 minutes buffer where you can try this. So yes. Yeah.
Wow, it's so wonderful. We can continue this discussion endless. There's so much fun, so much, inspiring your talks. But, thank you so much and being a part of, my student community. And God bless you and take care. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.